I'm also underage though.
What are you talking about? You are, like, is this calculated? Like, I really cannot stress this enough. The video should have started with this stuff.
Target the book talk women who really like that weird, innocent, like, fake ADHD type biker boy.
Fake ADHD? What?
Like the when
This guy, I just do not, or I cannot see this as being pick-me behavior in the hopes of attracting someone that reads books. I don't know, I know that's a mean way to phrase that, and it's not that people with silly senses of humor don't read books, or vice versa, of course, but it just doesn't, I don't know. I'm probably out of touch on this, but this type of behavior that this dude's about to do reminds me of the LOL so random, rawr, holds up my spork type of humor that was popular when I was a teenager. So it would be weird if that was cycling back in, because while I always liked it and I always thought it was funny, it did get rejected at some point by popular society. But seriously, what do they know? They suck.
and I'm like the new Gen Skibbity toilet. I'm Skibbity recycling. Oh shoot! No.
Like, I kind of think this is funny.
Don't worry, I don't have a cone to the left of me. I pinky toe promise. But I do have a good idea. Oh shoot! Look at that!
I am gonna turn this down
Talk.
because it's funny for like a second.
Longer than that, and he has like 20 of these on his channel. Check out the description, hashtag ADHD. You know, it's not
That-
my
yeah.
content, but whatever. If that's your cup of tea, that's fine. Now look, someone wise once told me not to throw cringe when I live in a cringe house, but now I'm gonna ignore that advice because I was in disbelief when I first saw this. It really feels like it's trying too hard because, like, this is a funny moments compilation that was specifically manufactured to be a funny moments compilation.
That's genius. I wish I would have thought of that. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Maybe I'm weird in that regard, but I think that's just a really good idea.
Oh yeah. What? I need mental help. Something in my eye.
Like, there's no central rhyme or reason to this video. He just got out here and did a bunch of quirky things to show off his, like, golden retriever personality. It's really the industry plant version of a funny moments compilation. But, you know, his audience can definitely tell it's just an act, right? Like, they don't think he actually acts like this in his normal day-to-day life. No, not at all. Y'all acting like this ain't normal male ADHD.
This is,
What? Is that what he...
yeah, this is a reason I wanted to watch this, because this is kind of ADHD and fucking...
I think a 20-year-old dude with ADHD acts like? Like, yeah,
Kinda.
the A in ADHD stands for AO3. Because these dudes do not exist outside of fanfiction. I don't know, man.
That's just not true.
The initial Skibbity recycling bin clip is kind of what inspired me to make this video, because I thought it really interesting how far people will go to manicure a certain image of themselves just to target a specific audience. He's trying to target the book talk women who really like that weird, innocent, like, fake ADHD type biker boy.
Fake ADHD? What? You don't know this dude? Like, I'm just saying.
That is a sentence, wow. Which, for one, they aren't real. And for two, how is that appealing?
Why not?
Imagine getting home from a long day of work, asking this guy what's for dinner, and he's talking about some fucking Skibbity recycling bin. Despite the fact that
Yeah.
no dude our age ever
Yeah, dude with ADHD. That's how that goes, man. I mean, I if you don't know, you don't know. But there have been times that people ask me, what are we doing for dinner? And I say, I'm not sure yet, but let me tell you about this thing I've been thinking about over here for 20 minutes. It's kinda, it's not fake, it's real.
like this to the history bank thing while sober. Well, I think he's my age. He's never actually said, but that's a problem we'll get into later.
Foreshadowing.
By the way, we're so close to 100K by the wheels.
And in his other content with other people, he actually acts way more down to earth and like way more natural. And before he blew up, he acted way different. All I'm gonna say for now is it involves some explicit pictures of SpongeBob and Patrick. It's really crazy to like see the dichotomy here.
The dichotomy is crazy.
And side note, with this sort of
There isn't a dichotomy. It's not a it's not a dichotomy. A dichotomy is black or white. Is it black or is it white? That's a dichotomy. It's a forced decision between two choices. maybe not forced. That might not have been appropriate. But there isn't a dichotomy. It's not either you're a fake ADHD biker boy or something else. I mean,
It's a webcomic. No, I haven't read it. Stop typing. In that comic,
He's-
it's dudes
he
my
read
age,
it.
right? Grown men with dick and balls, right? And they're all acting like kawaii anime girls or whatever. And I'm just like, dude,
you gotta get out of your house, bro. These people are everywhere. Like, they just are.
is this what you think 20-year-old guys act like?
They
It's so bizarre to see
do!
other people's fantasies of a demographic I'm a part of. Like, that is me right there. Imagine me.
Yes!
Unless they're into that. Some of y'all are some freaks, dude. I read my comment section. I don't know. It's just so bizarre to see real dudes lean into this fantasy and cutified persona of my demographic.
Wait a minute. You just said they're not real. What do you mean?
Part of. And look, I'm trying to be fair here. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with putting on an act. But, like, you gotta remember that naturally people are gonna find it cringe when they can see through the facade you're putting on. I think that's why pick-me behavior bothers a lot of people. When you seem like you're really forced trying to put on a personality, it just kind of like violates that social expectation of being open in a conversation. Especially when it seems super forced.
I agree
And
with that.
doubly so when it's a persona that's really only possible through really quick edits. Like, okay, this video flows really well energy-wise, but like, dude, recording it had to be the exact opposite. Like, every cut here, there has to be at least like 5 to 10 seconds of just dead silence. And you know what? I'm gonna throw my dignity away today. I'm gonna mime it out for you. Now, I don't have a recycling bin, but just like, just
He just said that this guy has no dignity. He just said, I'm gonna give up my dignity to mimic him. That's him saying the guy with the biker helmet doesn't have any dignity.
like watch how awkward this is. I'm like the new gen skibbity toilet. I'm skibbity recycling.
Look, I don't know nothing about Skibbity Toilet, so I can't be like, oh yeah, I'd be like Skibbity. But I've definitely walked around my house, or just any environment I feel comfortable enough in, and done this kind of crap. Minus the fucking, the screeching. That's a, you know, I can't do the loud sudden noises, so I'm not gonna put that on other people either. But minus that, this kind of looks a little normal to me, guys. I don't know, man. And I'm not saying normal as in this is what everyone is out there doing. I mean normal as in just a weird guy with ADHD, maybe a little bit of autism in the mix, living their life, and I don't know.
Oh, shoot!
That last bit was extra true because my balance is terrible.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Look, the amount of embarrassment I put myself through for content is unbelievable, and you're still not subscribed. Ref, kill him. Moving on though, I feel like if we went the Martin Cabello route,
Today's subject, slavery.
and had like a central topic in his videos to talk about and show his goofy personality, it'd be a lot better received. And I really think that's a consistent trend with pick me guys in this video. Like, they come off as cringe or untrustworthy because like these videos are just
Like the other one.
trying to show off their attributes.
That last guy, I could totally see being classified as a pick-me guy. The one with the red cup? Biker guy?
Phoebe Bridgers in the shower.
They're really just existing to fill out a checklist of attractive traits, and that's why it really off-puts people. And are these dudes even bikers? Like, I feel like I never even see them riding their bikes. But I'm gonna be real, I actually much prefer this type of content, because like it really is just a million times safer, unless there's like a freak stinky leg accident. Like, sorry Cozy, but romanticizing dying in a car accident is both disrespectful to yourself and everyone who loves you. Speeding because you're sad is just corny. Now this video is about why these pick me accounts bug me. So why does Cozy's account bug me? Well, here's what I said initially until I dug deeper and found some much more stuff. So the first less serious issue is that at least half the audience's persona attracts are middle and high schoolers, and
Yeah.
they leave a ridiculous amount of those comments, and it's so uncomfortable to read through. And like, nothing wrong with being a child entertainer or having minors watch you. The kind
This is what made me want to do this. Because the first part, after you see this, the first part just feels like you're bullying this guy, and maybe he deserves it after seeing this crap. But as far as those not being at least somewhat normal ADHD traits. They just are. And as far as not seeing any kawaii boys running around, like a 20-year-old dude wearing cat ears, I see that all the time. Like, on the streets. Not pictures on the internet. I mean people in my town. I mean people in the city I used to live in. Every event I go to, every concert, everything. These people are out here.
It is when you're thirst trapping or when they're leaving comments like this. And obviously you
And, yep, okay. And just to make it clear, in case it's not, I haven't made it clear, I think that's a good thing. Like, I get the whole cringe factor and all, but anytime people feel comfortable enough to express themselves, I am a fan of.
can't always tell. A lot of them are obvious due to context clues, and a lot of them just say it. And despite that, they're still up. If you have 13-year-old kids asking if they have a chance with you in your comment section, you are doing something extremely wrong, despite the fact that he's almost definitely an adult. The reason I'm 99% sure is that his girlfriend's 21, and he's been posting in his comment section for 2 months now, and he posted a birthday post 2 weeks ago, implying that he's at the very least 19. Also, he looks like 23. So my question is, why the hell are these comments tolerated? Why are you letting 14-year-olds say shit like, I'm only 14, but I'm the one for you? Like, seriously, that should indicate something massively wrong going on with you. And I don't want to exaggerate the problem too much, but literally anyone who talks about dating, all the comments are like, gee, I'm your type. I'm also underage though. And
what are you talking about? You are, like, is this calculated? Like, the royal whatever guy? Like, is he trying to trigger people into making videos like this? Because what are you talking about? You don't want to over-exaggerate the problem of him catering to young girls to potentially do something inappropriate with. You're like, I don't want to blow this out of the water, but the fake ADHD pick-me, that's a bridge too far. You have gone too far. It's just, that's insane to me, right? Like, am I crazy?
it's just like, oh my gosh, like maybe he is removing these comments, but whatever he's doing isn't enough. Like if you're gonna thirst trap, I feel like not being misleading about your age and not entertaining the comments of people out of your age range is the absolute bare minimum. Like just put minors do not interact in your bio. It really is just that simple if you want to thirst trap. He's not that crazy with it, but he knows what his audience thinks. Although I will say, if it turns out he's actually been 17 at any point during this video, yeah, then I'm gonna make a video on general internet safety because then I'm concerned on his behalf. But regardless, he is without a doubt an adult now, and 99% chance been an adult for at least a year. So that begs the question, why doesn't he stop these comments? And the reason why is that this goes against the logic of profitability. If he was to say his age, he'd alienate one portion of his audience. And if all those parasocial teenagers disappear, who's gonna buy his $75 hoodies? This isn't an accusation of any sort, I just think it's irresponsibility.
Like I say, I might be out of touch, but is it 13 and 14-year-old girls on Book Talk? Like, anytime I've seen Book Talk mentioned, it was on YouTube. And it was adult women talking about books. And they would say stuff like, you might have heard about this one on Book Talk recently. And I don't recall any of them being anything that would appeal to young girls. Plenty of stuff that would appeal to young women. Maybe there's two sides of Book Talk, and I'm just not aware of it. That's entirely possible. But the story just ain't adding up, bro.
For the sake of profit. And one of the reasons why his pick-me behaviors really bother me. But you know what else is irresponsible? Posting SpongeBob X Patrick porn. Completely full detailed and uncensored.
Yeah, that's weird.
A few months before Cozy posted bike content, he was one of those edgy white kid meme accounts complaining about blue hair and pronouns in 2024. Basically just rage bait for attention. And about a year ago, he posted uncensored, extremely detailed SpongeBob porn literally a few months before he started his biker persona, and it's still up. But while this is already unsafe for his audience, it isn't actually his worst post. Here's another one he posted a few months before his bike persona. Me when I see unsupervised 12-year-olds. Like, are you fucking serious?
That's creepy.
The dude with an audience of unsupervised 12-year-olds who thirst for him posted this only a year ago. That's unbelievable. Seriously, think of this from a parent's perspective.
This is making me uncomfortable.
And she is on the internet commenting, OMG, you're so fine, I'm underage though. Under this guy's posts, who doesn't have his age posted, he doesn't remove these comments or do anything to discourage them, and just a few months before he started his actual biker persona, he posted memes about assaulting 12-year-olds.
Dude just said that he removes comments, and that's good. And then here he's saying he doesn't remove comments. It's like, which one is it? And I really cannot stress this enough. The video should have started with this stuff. The cringe or pick-me behavior shouldn't have been an element beyond, I think this is what he's doing to gain these little girls' attention, and this is the evidence I have to support that. That should have been the video. Like, what's with all the pick me and I'm gonna degrade myself and... Do you see what I mean? Like, am I crazy here? Or...
It's unbelievable. Like, I get that there's gonna be contrarians being like, oh, it's just an edgy joke. Sorry, but I don't think children's entertainers should be posting about child abuse. Like, obviously he's just being edgy and shocking for the sake of it, but I really hate that the Book Talk mascot literally made jokes about abusing kids. Here's another.
Is that guy the Book Talk mascot? In one of the clips, he was like, woo! We're almost to 100K, y'all. I don't think any mascot of anything would have less than 100,000 whatevers. You know what I mean?
I'm quite grateful for that. But I
Weird.
prefer the women in my life to be under 12.
That's...
And you might be like,
yeah.
look, the joke is at the expense of bro. But
That's
it's
not a
still
joke,
massively
for
irresponsible
real.
thing to post because some kid younger than 12 in the comments literally shot their shot with him on their grandpa's phone. It's just so unbelievable.
That should have been in the first minute of the video, right?
Probably irresponsible to have posted all this shit. Initially, this section was going to end after I talked about his comment section and how it's probably irresponsible to tacitly encourage thirst comments from teenagers, but the deeper I dug, the worse it got. Like, dude, once I found SpongeBob porn, I had to rewrite this entire section, because I spent so much time trying to, like, tiptoe around issues and not be too rude, because ultimately I was like, it's cringe, and maybe he doesn't know better.
The SpongeBob porn is the least bad part. I mean, look, guys. We've all had the internet for decades now. It pops up. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There's a lot of things I see that I don't like. But it's like, what are you talking about? You didn't want to be rude? You didn't want to be rude. Calling them out for potentially trying to appeal to young girls, little girls, is rude? I might just be completely out of touch here, guys.
You know, he could be more responsible. And then I found this shit. I'm like, dude, why am I trying to be careful with the guy who posts SpongeBob porn and child abuse jokes? Like, okay. But anyways, as for the topic of the video itself, I feel like it really proves my point about pick-me guys adopting a certain persona. Like,
What?
He has switched through multiple personalities in his time on Instagram in just a year. He started off as a vaguely conservative rage bait poster, then he turned into a bit of a raunchy thirst trapper, then he posted, like, generally wholesome bike content, and then he started doing talks with Cozy, where he started becoming the, like, golden retriever book talk boy, who definitely doesn't joke about abusing 12-year-olds. And yeah, that's where we're at today. Like, the dude's a chameleon. But that's about it for Cozy. Sorry if that was a bit of a tangent. I couldn't just not cover that extra stuff.